Hi everyone, my name's Jeanette Murray, I'm the manager of the Saddle Inn.
So tell us your story about the Saddle. How long have you been here?
Well, it'll be 5 years in December. It was kind of a quick thing. I got off at the pub, took it, and they gave us the keys, and we took the keys on the 9th of December, right on top of Christmas, and we hit within 3 days. It was not a bit like this. It was like, there was like kind of hardly any chairs, any tables. They just gave us the keys and said, get on with it. So we literally did our best, but as you can see now, I mean, it doesn't look great now because of lockdown. But over the last 4 years, we've put so much hard work into it. We put all the furniture in, we've decorated it, we've done all our personal touches, and we built the clientele up from hardly anything to, it's really, really good now. Happy, got loads of regulars, and weekends are amazing.
Oh, that's super. So, I mean, what's a weekend like then?
We have karaoke on a Friday and a Saturday. It's kind of like our age, well, not yours, but younger than me. It's like over 40s. It's like over 40s, really good singers. It's like a rave, honestly, God. It's like an over 40s rave. You can't move in here. It's quite good, yeah. So we've missed all that. Can't wait to get it all back again. It's amazing.
So, I mean, do you think the place is haunted, or is anyone seen or heard?
Well, apparently, we're sort of a little few weird things going on, but they always do. But someone actually broke their neck down the stairs, so whether he's still hanging around, I don't know. It got blew up, and I don't know much about it, but I know it's a listed building. It's been here since, we've got pictures of it from the 1920s, and someone has killed themselves in it. They fell down the stairs. The stairs are narrow, as you can see, and there used to just be one banister, so if they're drunk, you just swing off one. So the first thing I did when I came in is put 2 on there, because it is quite narrow.
So, I mean, other than the stairs, are there any other areas maybe that you think that
there's a
something
few
might happen?
Well, in the cellar, apparently, from the top of the sheet to the bottom of it, there's a cellar underneath. So if literally, and this is the Latin Castle at the end. My friend used to have that pub, and you can actually go underneath, and it comes right the way through to the main road. So obviously, smugglers, I don't know what went on down there, but I'm quite sure we'll get something, hopefully.
Has there been anything above the bar area or glasses moving as just people would say?
Oh
or,
God, remember that day? There was one Saturday, there was a few people sitting over there, and the glass literally exploded, just went up in the air, exploded, and then she was blaming, I didn't do nothing, I did nothing, we thought she did. We went back on the camera and she literally didn't do a thing. It just literally took itself off the table, flew up in the air and just smashed everywhere, honestly.
Sharing some good ale in here, aren't you? So, I mean, you just said normal spirits or just normal beers or cask beers or things like that here? Or?
We do 2 cask ales because one of these pumps don't work. We do 2 cask ales, we do 4 premium lagers, we do Stella, Amstel, Carlin and Heineken, the extra cold one. And we also have a gin bar, well obviously it's not there now, but we do 79 different gins. Every gin you can imagine, they lace up, they don't lace up. Yeah. There's crystals in them, there's gold in them. So we have 79 gins, we're quite cheap on the gins as well, we do doubles nights. We don't do cocktails many, but we're waiting for this, is going to change over soon. They're coming in to revamp that side of the pub, that's going to be a cocktail bar. So it was supposed to get done before lockdown, but obviously it all got put back. So yeah, in the next 6 months we'll be doing cocktails as well.
Sounds like exciting times ahead then. Yeah.
We've got wonderful staff. Thanks to the staff. They've been here from day one, by the way, so it's a good sign of a pub is when you staffed it. We've had a few students and they've come and they've gone, but we've got our main 5 staff have been here from day one, and they won't leave until I sack them, which I never do. That was it.
So have you got a rough date to come back open again? Or?
Well, the 17th, so we've not got the karaoke the first week because we kind of want to bed ourselves in, but the karaoke is the following weekend we start again. And then fingers crossed the 21st, no more masks, no more, and we can just get back to the way it was. Amazing. Yeah. You have to come in, have a fine, it's good.
Oh no, definitely, yeah, we both will. So.
Yeah. Come and join us, wherever you are, there.
Yeah, well, as we always say, once everyone has watched the episode.
If you give the horn to Scouse name when you come in, you get a discount.
Yeah, there you go, there.
Hi guys, and welcome to a brand new episode of Haunted Scouse, where tonight we've got the great privilege of being in one of Liverpool's oldest boozers, and that is the Saddle Inn. So it's we've had a good walk around. We've had a good chat to Jeanette and a few of the girls in here, so we've got a feel for the place now. We brought the usual repertoire of kit with us. You know, we've even got a new bit of kit tonight that we're going to try out, which is brand new laser grid that we've got. So we've got a few little things that we haven't used before that we thought tonight's a good night to try.
Yeah, it's an absolute great little boozer. Probably a lot of you passed it, but probably not been in. But you know, we've been so late starting because we're just having such a good crack with Jeanette and some of the girls here. You know, and it's got such a nice feel to it. And yeah, I just kind of want to get going now. And hopefully we get to kind of experience what's been going on, especially like the glass or whatever it was that lifted and moved here. So yeah, we've got a few little lock-offs and a few little trigger objects knocking around up here that hopefully might, you know, spark a bit of action in it. So
yeah, I mean, we've had a lock-off going for about 45 minutes in the cellar already, guys, with the Rempod locked away in that room with it. So I mean, who knows whether we've already captured something while we've been up here, you know, chatting away and having finding a bit out about the place. You know, we've got some playing cards and the EMF detector that have been set up, and again, another trigger object. So we'll see if anything's picked up on that as well. But yeah, as Adam said, I think it's time to get started and see what we can find while we investigate the Saddle Inn.
Before we began our full investigation of the Saddle Inn, we set up a lock-off camera in the cellar. We will now show you some of the amazing evidence we captured before we'd even gone lights out.
but it's just maybe put it on a keg
Or
it's too close.
if it's right back here by the door. You can see the light if that lights up.
Can it?
Yeah. I think that's alright there on the floor, you know, because it's at the threshold of the door. Yeah, we'll leave it and then when we come back down we can do a bit of things. So,
Over a period of about a minute and a half, the Rempod alarmed multiple times. We have no explanation for this, as there was nobody in the area at the time.
So that was the trigger object table that we got set up there. We just added a cat ball to it as well. So we've got cards, a cat ball, EMF.
yeah, so I'll just show, just on the back of that guys, I'll just show when we've set this up, we purposely, it's just, there's a little groove on the table there where the cat ball fits perfectly, and it's not going to roll off. I mean, obviously if something does interfere with it and knock it off, then it will do that. But we've purposely put it there so that it's not going to be a vibration that knocks it off.
So yeah, we've got that. We've also got a lock off just there. I won't obviously shine it for too long because it interferes. And that will hopefully nicely capture our music box.
So yeah, it's as we always say, let's go with the old S box.
Go S box.
If there is anyone here, can you come through and tell us your name? Perhaps somebody that used to work here?
You perhaps used to drink here? And could you tell us where here is? Saddle, was it? It paused in between, again like that.
Guys, yes, that's us, yeah.
So do you know which pub that we're in? And whereabout we are?
Can you tell us the name of the street that we're on?
And perhaps give us your name? How are you associated to this building?
Can you see us? Can you tell us how many of us there are?
That's a strange one, huh? That's a moan.
Where should we go to see you or speak with you in here?
Perhaps maybe move one of the objects on the table. Lightning. It's kind of like a no.
Maybe you're through this side.
I'm going for the dramatic shot here, guys. Just walk. Help! That's me trying to squeeze through. I'm going for the dramatic shot of like meeting you around this side. And I got stuck.
Maybe you can come and sit next to me. Maybe you can tell us what you want to drink. What are you drinking? Come on. It's like the voices. They're like distant voices.
Yeah.
Like shouting. It's like someone's. Like you see like on a film there's a mirror and someone's shouting in the mirror but you can't really hear them.
You try and come forward and make yourself known. And use the device that's in front of you. Let's be a little bit quieter, really.
Yeah, it's like staticky here. Like it's, yeah.
I've gone down the cellar. Like
We'll lift the lid on that when we go down.
yeah, so I mean, we can just after that S box session, we can obviously edit it to, you know...
As we were
what I
setting
will
up
do
some
is we'll,
equipment and preparing to go down into the cellar, Adam heard a very strange sound coming from behind the bar.
We may as well utilise what we've got. What's on?
Did you hear something?
What was that?
You? I thought that same
Something,
thing.
it was like a vibration, like a phone, but that was so, like, right down my left ear, that. Now, I know she's had to go upstairs, hasn't she? But that was like somewhere near the pump.
Yeah. But what you're describing before, when I was stood here setting up that shot, I thought I heard something like someone was stood behind me, and I felt a presence like someone was stood here,
Yeah.
behind the bar.
There's nothing. I can't even, like, describe that. It was like something vibrating, like... That must have picked, the camera must have picked that up clear as day.
Yeah.
We may as well utilise what. That was literally like right down my left ear.
But there's a presence on that here, behind the bar. I think this little part of the bar does feel like there is a presence there. But I thought that when I was setting up this lock off before, and I suddenly felt like someone was stood behind me, and you guys were all down there.
It was weird.
Not a bad thing. Maybe it's starting to, as we always say, guys, sometimes the S-Box just puts an energy in.
So, if there is anyone here, hi, my name's Adam. This is Chris. We're just here to have a little look around this fantastic pub. If you'd like to make yourself known to us, either by showing yourself as a light, or making a noise, tapping on something, come and have a chat with us. I mean, was that you who we heard by the bar before? That was me.
Outside.
Well, I can only hear
Hear the voice.
no, I can only hear the pumps. It's quite hard to hear over.
Let me, you stay there and I'll just go down. I thought I heard a female voice.
If that was you, can you make it louder?
At this exact time, the EMF detector picks up an energy nearby. There is no electricity in this wall, and the EMF had remained at 0.0 for about 30 minutes previously to this. Is this what Chris was hearing? You can just make out faint voices.
So there might be a few bangs and a few knocks that you might hear, guys, but that's so Shirley, who's she just lives upstairs, and she's just gone back back up there now, and she's just settling down and things. So it might be the odd little tap, but we'll obviously call out. You know, a bit like with Peter Cabanas. You know, with Rita upstairs. You know, we'll be able to differentiate between sounds that we know that.
The glasses, when I just went to check on the sound I heard then, guys, the glasses at the far end of the bar rattled, but I know because it was that end, there was a vibration upstairs. And you know, as Adam just said, Shirley's just sat with us while we did the S-Box session, and she's gone up, she's one of the staff here at the Saddle, so you know, she's kindly left us to it, and then we'll let her know when we're ready to escape.
It's one of these things, like, because of the mirrors and where we're positioning things, like I've just seen a massive shadow on the wall there, but you know, is it just someone walking past outside, or is it you walking past me, or so
It's
mind does not play tricks on you. So, I mean, visually it might be quite hard to pick bits up tonight, but hopefully, you know, auditory we've been quite good with some of the equipment recently. So, fingers crossed that you know we do capture something. But
what we'll do then, we'll try a couple of EVPs, guys, and as I say, I've got a speaker connected to it now, so we can do a live playback review. If there is anyone here, there's a device in my hand. Maybe you can come and speak into it and tell us your name. Is there anyone here that used to work here?
is this a man or a woman? Possibly a child?
Let's review that one.
So this will be quite interesting. See how this sounds.
If there is anyone here, there's a device in my hand. Maybe you can come and speak into it and tell us your name. Is there anyone here that used to work here?
Is this a man or a woman? Possibly a child?
No, so nothing on that one.
You see, I mean, that's like for you, obviously at home as someone watching. You know, we'll obviously put that in. It's the first time we've done that, and you know, me even looking back, I was quite excited to listen. I've usually got to wait, you know, another 3 weeks to hear what's come from that. So it's good, this little live playback thing, you know, because we can capture reactions. You know, obviously if something come through, then I'd obviously get a perfect reaction of you reacting to that. So and then obviously that kind of can then lead us on, can't it, to, you know, if there is a voice or a child or a name, it gives us something kind of to go off, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I think what we might do before we go downstairs, given that we've both experienced something just down that end of the bar, maybe we'll just try a little EVP. I'll stand behind the bar in the very space where we've both felt something, to be honest. But yeah, it's so I mean, this is the thing behind here, guys. I don't know, because we don't know the full history, I don't know if this is original brickwork or if it's an additional brickwork. I don't know if this used to go through to anywhere, and maybe that's why we're feeling something here. Maybe that and the archway there, maybe they did originally lead through to somewhere, because we do know that the cellars under here were linked with Thomas Rigby's, which is, not far away. In fact, I think it might be exactly next door, Thomas Rigby's. And then the old Hole in the Wall, which is the oldest pub in Liverpool. The cellars were all linked at one point, which, you'll see what the cellar looks like down here very soon. But let's just see if we can make contact with whoever it is that we felt behind here. If there's anyone here next to me now, can you come and speak into this device and tell us your name? Maybe you can tell us the name of the place where we are? Can you tell us the name of the lady who runs the pub now? If there's anyone here next to me now, can you come and speak into this device and tell us your name? Maybe you can tell us the name of the place where we are? Can you tell us the name of the lady who runs the pub now? Okay, nothing on that, guys, but it's an interesting little experiment and it's something that we will try more of.
I think as well, obviously, like we've said, it's it clearly goes to show as well, we could knock something in the episodes to, it cuts to just random voice or something, but doing this like kind of live, there's no real way of kind of cheating that really, is it? And, well, when we just started really, we've got the SP7, the S-Box to get going, need to get the app out, we want to get downstairs, the Rempod's down there, so it's an interesting start up here, but I think maybe it's time to venture downstairs, and I think before we do, we get that music box on, that usually kicks things off, doesn't it? So
yeah, exactly. Sorry, I was listening there, mate. As Adam's just said before,
it wasn't.
There's a big long mirror on that wall, and I'm looking at camera, but I can also see the mirror. And I know what he means. It's.
I think what doesn't help is because we put the lock off and the lights on it as well, and that light through the window looks a bit like glary. But then you've got a double mirror there. You can see what's out the massive windows as well behind us. So it is trick of the light stuff, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah. Glad I'm not editing this one.
We've set our own atmosphere here. Yeah. But now's the interesting part, guys. Time to go down in the cellar. And we'll play the music box up here while we walk down into the cellar, so that we'll leave everyone alone up here to see if they want to do something with the playing cards, or maybe music box will move again.
Fingers crossed.
Quite trendy this week, I think. So we'll leave that bit out. Because that's the thing, potentially you can listen to live. With Chris behind the bar and Adam filming him, the EMF detector on the table just behind them once again picked up a very strong energy. We have no explanation for the spikes on the EMF detector. It seemed as though the energy was following us around. So I mean, this is the thing behind here, guys. don't know, because we don't know the full history. I don't know if this is original brickwork or if it's an additional brickwork. I don't know if this used to go through to anywhere, and maybe that's why we're feeling something here. Maybe that and the archway there, maybe they did originally lead through to somewhere, because we do know that the cellars under here will link with Thomas Rigby's, which is not far away. In fact, I think it might be exactly next door, Thomas Rigby's, and then the old hole in the wall, which is the oldest pub in Liverpool. The cellars were all linked at one point, which you'll see what the cellar looks like down here very soon. But let's just see if we can make contact with whoever it is that we found behind here. If there's anyone here next to me now, can you come and speak into this device and tell us your name?
We've only just started, really. We've got.
There's a big long mirror on that wall, and I'm looking at camera, but I can also see the mirror, and I know what it means. It's
I think what doesn't help is because we put the lock off and the lights on it.
As soon as we moved down to the cellar, the activity upstairs on the EMF detector stopped. It appeared whoever it was that was interfering with the EMF detector had followed us down into the cellar.
Right, okay guys, so what we're going to do now, we're going to wind up the music box, put it back on the table behind me here, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go down into the cellar, and we're going to see if we can pick up any activity down in the cellar. We've got the lock off still over there with the triggered objects. Right guys, so as we know, that haunting sound, that will just echo around the whole building, so we're going to leave that to play. Let's go and play in the cellar. Come on.
It's so romantic, isn't it?
Let's go.
Can't have cell temperature change down here, mate.
Oh Christ, yes.
Oh yeah. Freezing. In fact, we'll cut back in a sec, guys. I'm just miraculously going to appear in a fleece.
As if by magic.
Ta-da!
Quick change. So, yeah, another cellar. We love them. People let us in them now, so it's time to investigate them. But it's a bit of a weird one, this, isn't it? Because it's you come down the stairs and you're in kind of a bit of a holding.
Yeah, it's almost like a little office area.
Yeah, and then just behind us here, that's where the lock-off is, and the Rempod that will go in there in a little bit. But I mean, I've got to show you this. This is just fantastic down here. So yeah, as you can imagine, we were told about Frank's down there, and we didn't really acknowledge much until we came for a walk around, and then Chris was the first person down. And Chris, unfortunately, was the first person to meet him. And I wish I had the camera on because, yeah.
The lights were all on, guys, and obviously you've just seen the shot of Frankie there. And I turned the corner to look, what's down there? And there's a 8-foot fella stood there.
I mean, to be honest, at least he's wearing a mask. He's all about wearing a mask.
He's all about COVID safety and everything. It's good old Frankenstein there, you see. Yeah.
So yeah, there's a little gap down there, but obviously it's used for storage and Halloween props, and we'll just kind of pan round and show you where we are. So it's a bit of office space there, just in case you ever wondered what's down these stairs. There is a low ceiling. There is.
Don't say oh.
No, literally, I walked through that. See that wire. It's a shame, isn't it? Because you desperately just want to hear like a no or get out.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you see, obviously we all see, and we're fans of the same teams, guys, on YouTube, and they do get some amazing results, and everyone uses different ones of these, but there's no reason this digital recorder, being a Tascam, is not as good as a Sony or a Panasonic or an Olympus or something like that. There's no rule book to which one works. And I mean, I also have some of the older dictation machines which have got the old mini cassettes in. It may be something, I may try that as well, because the older technology, let's face it, paranormal investigating hasn't been going just in the digital age. There's a lot of different things that have been used. We might be using high definition cameras and these, but there's no reason why an older tape recorder might not work, so we might use that in the future one as well.
Yeah, obviously the time when the dinosaurs were roaming, he was paranormal investigating as well. So yeah, be interesting. He'll be bringing typewriters and all kinds next. And, yeah.
Oh yeah, me with me take that centre part haircut and everything, giving it all the air. Everything changes, but
I think I'll be changing teams, to be honest, if this carries on.
I'll tell you one thing though, mate, standing here, sticking your hand in there, gave me flashbacks to Huskerson's too. Only this time I can see.
You can see him.
I can just see out the corner of my eye, and you're just waiting for that hand to move. It's like all this time he's actually a real fella. He's just waiting. He's going to have us off.
Maybe we'll start honing down a little bit more.
Your phone's in flight mode, so I can't help you with that at the moment.
Oh, they'll be doing
Not
this
again.
again.
Behave.
Right, I didn't even.
I'm not sure.
He's never done that anywhere on any investigation other than obviously it started with Peter Cavanagh. So I don't know why it's starting to kick off now. Unless obviously something is interfering with it. Interestingly again, we've been waffling all night and that hasn't started and it hasn't gone off and it's been in flight mode and now all of a sudden it's again, I mean I know we're near the Rempod but I don't know, I think maybe it's time to go in there and have a little nose and a bit of a call out. Maybe it might be time to, someone is trying to communicate via the app and maybe get the app on.
Right guys, so behind this door that I'm tapping on, we set up a lock-off camera, an hour and a half ago now, and we put the Rempod in there, just behind the door. So maybe before we go in, if there is anybody behind this door, there's a device on the floor, a little plastic box. Like a little just by the door then.
What's that in there? That safety light just come off. That's a fire exit sign, that shouldn't go off, should it?
No.
And that's been on all night. So why has that gone off?
That's strange.
I mean, it's strange that we're wanting somebody to communicate with an electronic device through the door and then the one above that door has just turned off.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is very strange. Especially with it as said, it's a fire exit sign, so that should never go off.
Yeah. There's one in here which we've actually had to put a bit of paper over
Yeah.
just to make the room darker. But okay, if
Well, that's something new, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
if that was you, can you make the device behind the door make a noise?
Or maybe you can try turning that back on again.
Okay, we're going to come in now. Thank you if you have communicated with us. That's a seagull.
It's the killer seagulls of Liverpool, isn't it? That seem to come through. Let me just get in and close this. That was a bit strange, that one, mate, to be honest. But
It was.
it's weird, innit? It's just like it just takes one thing to kind of just like with that, and it's just a little bit different now, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, is it just starting? Is it? Yeah. Okay, so I've got a device in my hand that will allow you to communicate with us. If you want to maybe use your voice, please do, but if you can't, you can pick a word out of this device and it will allow us to maybe have a conversation. So maybe you can perhaps tell us your name. You can come forward and put it into this device and it'll pop up and... Mike, okay. Hi Mike, my name's Adam and this is Chris. We're just kind of here to have a little look around the place. See, there's distant voices there. Yeah, we're just kind of here to have a little look around really and just see, you know, what's what. It's a very old pub. Perhaps you can tell us, you know, maybe a year that you were here, or why you were here, or, you know, did you work here or drink here?
I keep seeing a shadow. Sorry mate, I keep seeing a shadow on that wall.
I mean, I'm doing that.
And there's nothing, no,
My shadow's just about there.
it's literally, it's where I'm pointing across.
Oh, flames.
Flames. Was there a fire here?
I mean, you'd think, what? How old's the pub?
It's a good age, yeah.
100 odd, 150 odd years, possibly. You think probably at some time there might have been some sort of fire. Perhaps maybe it was down here, on this level. Some sort of fire.
There's no light up there that's going to cast a shadow over there. It's weird. Sorry mate, it's just twice. It was just like a shadow going across the wall towards you. Visit, okay.
Is that you that possibly Chris has seen there? There's a shadow. Is this a place that you came to visit? So I know we did say before, that's the second time I've heard that knock as well, from over there. Is that you tapping as well? So thank you if that is you. If you can make that louder, then we know that definitely is you that we're talking to. You perhaps a customer here? Can you perhaps set my car alarm off as well?
I think.
Telling us I need to get back to my car. Oh.
Leave.
Okay. That's fair enough. Is it because you want us to leave here? Do you not like us being here? Or was that just maybe a bit of banter?
Just for clarity, the taps that you're hearing over there, it's just drips of water coming through where the barrels, that's the barrel drop over there, guys. I'll show you the better shot of it. See there, that's the barrel drop up there onto the road, and there's just a little bit of where the little gaps are. We've had quite heavy rain this evening, so
I mean, do you not want us here? Do you not want to communicate with us? If not, maybe perhaps you can give us another sign that you do want us to go. Perhaps bang on something or show yourself. There's a light.
maybe try and make the
Guest.
guest. Okay.
Oh, we are guests of Jeanette.
Yeah.
So, do you not like us being here?
It's just strange trying to obviously get used to, you know, like with the drips and things, and then like out my corner of my right eye, the corner of my right eye and my ear.
Speak.
Speak.
Is that you that I'm hearing? That's what I was trying to get out before
Wow.
you cut me off. I'm hearing something behind the door. I don't obviously know if that is you. If that is, why don't you come on in and maybe try and open the door? And
Should we go back upstairs? Is that where you are?
so perhaps maybe if there's Mike, is there any other people here? Any other names or?
Mick.
Mick, so
Can't
we've
have
got
a name.
Mike,
Mick.
Mick.
It could be the same person, but obviously again there's another name that we've asked for and it has come through. So hi Mike or Mick, if that is you.
Do you know, funnily enough, right, we've had Mike, we've had Mick, and let me just turn this round. Before we started hitting record, guys, and I might have the audio upstairs on the lock-off that we already had running, we were talking to the girls before they left about what kind of equipment we use.
It's not me.
It's not
It's
me.
not me. So it's not Mike, it's not Mick, but I was going to say we did get the name Michael upstairs as well.
That's fair, that's 3 times.
So in the few names that we've had tonight, we've had Michael, Mick and Mike. So
variation
whether
of the
there's
same
any
name.
relevance, exactly, the variation of the same name.
I think since that light's gone off, it has took a bit of an interesting kind of feel down there, because I
Yeah.
was alright. To
Yeah,
be
we
honest.
were laughing and joking,
Yeah,
and
and
you know,
it's like, oh, hang on a minute.
there's a vibe
Yeah.
suddenly.
Well, we'll go and do a little bit through the other bit of the cellar, a bit on the stairs, and then we'll maybe
Show.
you show
Show,
yourself to us
yeah.
there. Okay, that's brilliant. So that's all we need.
The
So,
Rempod on the stairs.
yeah, I'm going to stop that now. Thank you. And let's go through and see. Hopefully, our friend will go off. Oh, hang on. It's dead. It was working before. Just let me double check. But it was definitely on because you saw me. Right, that's off.
He could be draining the energy. The light went off. That's drained the battery. We have got lots of batteries
That's-
upstairs, so we'll go and change the battery.
But it's just quite strange that
They
that's
don't
lasted
use a
so
lot of
long.
voltage for the
No.
9-volt battery, which is what goes in them, guys. 9-volt batteries, like in the smoke alarm.
Yeah,
You know, it's not using any energy unless that goes off.
it's very, very strange that. Hopefully, I mean, say we've got the lock off, maybe
Yeah.
something might have happened, or it could generally just be something's just drained it. Because the light that went off as well was near it. So we'll go back up, we'll change the battery, and then we'll come back down and maybe go on the
Yeah.
stairs then.
Come on.
Again, quite interesting developments, mate.
Yeah.
It's that handle there.
So brand new battery, and off it goes.
Well, it seems to be.
Yeah. So if there is anyone here, potentially maybe someone who died on these stairs, if you can walk towards us, make a noise. You can light up the device on the stairs and it'll make a noise.
So maybe we could see your shadow.
Maybe you can just try and show yourself as a light. You don't mean you any harm. Yeah, we just want to have a bit of a conversation, a bit of a chat.
This is your chance to show everybody that you're still here and you're welcome to be here. This is your chance to show that you are still here. Let Jeanette know that you're still here.
Saw that. Maybe I might come back down and do a bit of temperature or something in our room and just see what, because, well, I mean, we have done an SB7 or Xbox down there, have we? So, yeah. In our room and just see what, because, well, I mean, we haven't done an SB7 or an S-box down there, have we? So, yeah. It's like someone was following us up then.
Did you hear that?
It's probably like someone was going to. Like there was definitely an extra person behind us.
Definitely, 100% then. I didn't like that.
So, you know what? This is probably going to be the one episode where we're not even like meant to be filming. We're just moving equipment around, or we're moving to the next bit, or we're just setting up to go into another room, and it's like noise, click, something happens, tap. But that one was a bit weird because it sounded like there was three of us then walking up the stairs.
That did literally sound like, Adam got to the top of the stairs. As I was walking up, I felt like someone was rushing me up the stairs, and that's where the toilets are. And we've all been there in a pub or a club, and you places where they got stairs to the toilets, and you just happen to come out at the same time, and someone else is, let's go back to our bevy. That's what it felt like then. That was strange. That was really strange.
Interesting.
What we're going to do, we've got the lock-off camera just through the door there, which is filming the stairs with the Rempod on it, and then upstairs we've still got the lock-off camera, which we've got a few trigger objects, and we put 2 pint glasses on the table as well, because we heard the story of Jeanette of the glass leaving the table and smashing. So we've got a lock-off camera to show if it does fall off, it's not us messing about. It's it will be potential activity. So let's try the S-box down here and see if we can make any contact, because we have had some of the more sensory activity around the stairs.
Yeah.
Lights going off, feeling like there's somebody behind you walking up the stairs. So let's see if we can make contact with them. Is Mike here?
That's high.
Or would you prefer to be called Michael?
What interference with that, isn't there?
Yeah, it's like there's a poor signal.
You sound as strong as usual.
If it's not Michael here, can you tell us who is here with us? Who was it that was following us up the stairs? strange in this pub. It's the first time we've ever experienced the Xbox being on like this. And down here feels the same as upstairs, like something's holding it back.
Yeah.
Like there's a vortex. And the voices are trying to come through, but they're behind the screen, if that makes sense. Like there's an interference stopping them. Is there somebody stopping you talking to us? You don't have to be afraid, though. Come and say hello. Yeah, me.
Who are you? And try and show yourself to us, or make yourself known through the device in Chris's hand.
Well, there's two doors that are open here. Can you close one of the doors?
That was like a no.
Yeah,
Perhaps you can try and communicate another way then.
This is my eyes then. It's like a shadow across the bottom of the doorway there. Did I just see you?
Help me.
Yeah. Did you die here?
I did, yeah. Just perhaps the person who maybe fell down the stairs? You not moved on?
Can you tell us where the tunnels lead to?
You don't know.
Tunnels, okay.
Time's up. Perhaps you're a little bit confused that you haven't seen anyone for a while. Where?
Right guys, well that's the saddle. The saddle in concluded, and it's been a really interesting night. I mean, as always, there's lock-off cameras for me to go through, so it may have been more interesting than it has been, but it's been interesting for different reasons tonight. A feeling that there's been a presence just following us and just making itself known, and not necessarily through the equipment, but physically just making itself known. What do you think?
Yeah, I kind of get the feeling that, you know, if we came back again, I think we'd get much more. But it was that kind of just maybe taking a bit of a step back and just watching what we were doing and the odd noise and following you around. But I mean, you know, for what we've used tonight, you know, I don't think we've ever had that many electrical malfunctions or like battery drainages and things like that. So, you know, like when we were chatting at the start, you know, we were saying that Cellars aren't usually really that active, the ones we've been to, but I've got to say, I think definitely there's something possibly down there that might be trying to make itself known, and it might correlate in what happened with the incident on the stairs. So yeah, some really interesting. I think interesting is a good word for it, to be honest. It's really, it's just, you can't quite put your finger on it. There's something, but you know.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, the usual episodes you see from us guys is there's usually an SP7 session or an S-box session, or the app starts spitting out words, and that's not been the case tonight. But it's more me and Adam we've had to use our own senses to know that did you feel that? Did you hear that? You know, did you see that? And it's been that kind of night where, you know, we know there's been something in here with us.
Yeah,
that's had a real curiosity for what are we up to.
Yeah, I've never probably turned around and said, what was that? Did you hear that? So many times in quite a small space. Obviously, you know, a place like Liverpool, there's a lot going on, but such a small space. Once you start becoming, you know, accustomed to, you know, some of the noise and the taps and things, that it's like, what was that? What was that? And it was always seemed to be in the time that we were interchanging between going to a different place or just setting up a camera in a different spot. So it's it's going to be an interesting one when it's all put together to see what we've got. But,
yeah, exactly. No, I mean, as we always say, guys, as with all the pubs, massive thanks to Jeanette for letting us into the Saddle Inn tonight, and just basically leaving us to get on with it. You know, you've seen the early footage. We've had a good chat with yourself and the girls, and it just sounds like an amazing place to come and have a bevy. You know, if you like your gin, Christ, get in here. And then obviously, you know, she's going to be doing a cocktail bar soon in here as well. So she's doing everything she can to make this a really fun venue to come to, and we all need that place to go to. And like every other pub that we've been to, they've all had that same warmth to them of, you know, creating a local pub that you guys can go to. So as we always say, you know, by the time you're watching this place is back open. So get in here, and you know, just when you come in, just turn around and say Haunted Scouse sent you, and you never know, you might get that discount on your bevy. You know, use that discount code Haunted Scouse. But yeah, in all seriousness, just get in here and have a drink when it's open, and it is a cracking location, plenty of decent boozes around here. But start your night in here and come and see Jeanette and the girls, and again, just tell them you've seen it on Haunted Scouse and you wanted to come and check the place out.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much summed it up, to be honest, mate. So you know, as always, you know, thanks for watching, guys, and thanks for all your support. You know, we're slowly ticking away on the subs there, and if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and you know, share the episodes, because the more you share, the more we grow, and we've got quite a few new and interesting locations coming up that you still haven't seen yet. So it's growing, you know, and it's going along really, really nicely, and that's obviously thanks to you guys. But hopefully we'll be doing a lot more of these in the future.
Yeah, and as we always say, if anyone else got access to an indoor location that you think might have some paranormal activity and you want us to come in and spend a few hours, spend the night, you know, potentially let us know, send us a message over on the Facebook page, and we will be more than happy to come and discuss it and see if we can do something. So in the meantime, that's the Saddle Inn, all done and dusted. It's time to pack up, go home and get some sleep ready for work in the morning, guys.
Yeah, it's going to be a rough one tomorrow, but yeah, it's worth it for you guys. So so thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.
Yeah, take care, guys. Thanks very much. Bye now.
Ta-ra.
Haunted Scouse. Haunted Scouse.